Hi guys, it's Laura from Mad Mimi's Crochet. Remember that bit of confusion I had about this advent calendar? Well, it turns out I did order it. So this is rightfully mine. So let's see what's in it. Okay, so this is from Yarn Crush. It's the 2019 Yarnvent calendar. I do have to download the pattern. I do not know what the pattern is. I didn't look because I didn't know if it was mine for sure. So I will download the pattern. I do have some string and some clothespins to hang the bags up with. And I actually think I'm going to, since I have 3 advent calendars to do this December, I think I will hang them up. I have lots of other clothespins, and on a farm you always have twine. So I'll get some twine, and my dear sweet devil hung some of those plastic hooks that you can pull and they come right off the wall. Well, they're not even, but you know what? It's all good because he's a boy. Boys are just like that. So we have the pattern, we have the clothespins, and we have some twine. And then in here, we have lots of bags. So I'm going to dump them out. Hopefully none of them break open. And I'll stick them back in here, and I will be using this bag for the project. So here's day 1, and it feels like some yarn. Day 2 feels like some very tightly spun yarn or hanked yarn. 3 feels like some yarn. 4 feels like a bigger hank of yarn. I don't think there's anything else. Okay. Well, five feels like some yarn. 6, a bigger thing of yarn or hank of yarn. I'm assuming that they're hanks. I haven't opened any, so I don't know. It just feels like it. What are we on? 7? Feels like yarn. And it might be a card or something. Yarn Crush got the yarn from 12 independent dyers who live in Canada. This is Yarn Crush is a Canadian based company. So that was number 7. We have number 8. Feels like some yarn. Maybe something else, but I don't think they said that anything else was going to be in here besides yarn. 9 feels like some yarn. 10. That's a big hank of yarn. Yeah, that one's bigger. 11, a smaller hank of yarn. 12, a smaller hank of yarn. 13, this one's a bigger hank of yarn. Some are bigger and some are smaller. That was 13. We have 14. And this is a smaller hank of yarn, I think. 15, a smaller hank of yarn. 16, a smaller hank of yarn. 17, a smaller hank of yarn. 18 has a larger hank of yarn. 19, maybe medium size hank of yarn. Not small and not one of the largest. So maybe medium size. 20, a smaller hank of yarn. I can kind of see through this. Can't see anything. I can just see it's like a card. So maybe it's the card of the person who made it. What one was that one? 20. 21. Kind of a medium size hank of yarn. 22. A small hank of yarn. 23 is a larger hank of yarn. And 24 is a smaller hank of yarn. So, oops. This is the Yarn Crush Advent Calendar. They do have a pattern for knitting and for crochet. So I'm going to have to download the pattern so I can see what we're making. And this is Advent Calendar number 1. So, we still have a while before we start it, but I'm getting excited now that I know that I did buy it for sure. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.